So we're in the game against Blandon, quite worthy opponent. He goes into the split wall breakers to start the game. I place my cannon low so that it takes them both out, but it still stays at full health. Now we cut to later in the game. My opponent goes into with a Sparky plus Boss Bandit combo. I put this Ice Golem here in this placement so that the Sparky will shoot at it and it'll reset, but also the Boss Bandit won't dash to my cannon after it dashes on the Ice Golem. So now I place those skeletons on top of everything because I want the elite barbarians to stay close to the Sparky so I can fireball everything. Now you're gonna see me go into the Musketeer low, and then this log comes in low, and then I put the skeletons right in front of the tower, but they're far enough from the tower so that when the Sparky shoots, it doesn't take out my tower.
And easy defense, no damage, and emoting is absolutely mandatory.
So next we're going to be going over positive elixir trades and king tower activation. We're going to be building off of card placement, and we're going to be kind of tacking these things on to see how they go hand in hand together. So a positive elixir trade means when you defend something of greater value with lesser value, that's a positive elixir trade. So if I defend 5 elixir with 2 elixir, that's a +3 elixir trade. And a king tower activation means you have your king tower take damage so that it'll help you defend.
So here my opponent goes in with a very common combination, which is Hog Rider plus Firecracker. I place the cannon very low so it pulls the Hog Rider. Both towers are going to shoot at it, and it makes the Firecracker shoot and splash onto the King Tower, which activates it, and we take no damage, and we defend that with a +2 positive elixir trade. So now, off the +2 positive elixir trade, what we do is we go in the other lane to pressure him after that, because I know I'm up a little bit elixir, but I want to bait him into using his Evolution Mega Knight. So obviously my Hog Rider is not going to get any hits with that Evolution Mega Knight because it's getting knocked back constantly, but now that sets me up. I'm planning on placing skeletons in the middle and then Ice Spirit next to my King Tower to pull it in, and that's a +5 positive elixir trade. So I have to use my Fireball on those goblins, sadly, or else they would connect to the tower. But still, I spent 6, and that counters 9, so that's a +3 positive elixir trade. And it looks a little bit scary right now because there's a lot of things that are on my side of the board, but that log cleans everything up. The Hog Rider gets 1 hit, and we're in a pretty good spot now to proceed with the game. Okay, so we're later in the game. We're going to be going over predictions. I didn't get any good predictions in this game. Right here, as you can see, I throw the Fireball down. I predict his Elite Barbarians, but that gets me no value anyways because they just take out my Musketeer. In this next one, I throw a Fireball down at the bridge because I thought he would put Elite Barbarians with that Sparky, and he did, but to my horror, I did it too early, and I didn't get value. So that's okay. You get the concept.
Paying a machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house.
So now we're putting it all together. I'm in a game against Blandon again. Like I said, he's a very worthy opponent. I hit him with the Princess Kissing emote because, you know, always get to show some love. We start slow, we cycle our Ice Spirit in the back. So right now we are playing 2.6 Hog Cycle. So generally how you want to play this deck, you want to defend, and then you want to get like 1 Hog Rider shot at a time, and then just going right back to defending. So right now my opponent is playing a very questionable deck. I'm just going to defend that Royale Ghost very easily with my Ice Golem. Like I said earlier, my Ice Golem is 2 elixir, that Royale Ghost is 3 elixir, so that's a +1 positive elixir trade. I put that cannon down, just get ready to set up with a defense against this P.E.K.K.A. Now the big P.E.K.K.A. is coming down the stadium, and just gonna cycle my Musketeer in the back corner. You don't want to play it in the middle because if he has, say, a Fireball, then I'll get value on top of my Musketeer and the cannon if I put it right next to it. So that's why I put it on the outside. I pull that back with the skeletons, and now I put my Ice Golem down just to, maybe that placement was a little bad. I should have put it more close to my cannon so that it'll dash. Right here, I think I lagged or something. I don't know how that ended up getting to my tower, and then it gets a shot. But we're all good. We're still in a good position. He didn't get too much damage. So now I just go skeletons plus cannon. It looks a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie, but that Ice Spirit just stalled enough, and we get King Tower activation off that, and I get a Ice Golem down, and perfect defense, but as you can see, we are down a lot of elixir. We're down 4 elixir, so I don't know why he cycled his Ghost. That was a mistake by him. He should have waited to get to 10 elixir to cycle a card, and then he would have, ended up building up a pretty good push. Now, his Royale Ghost is coming down. I have a really bad hand, so the only thing I can really do is put a Musketeer down, and that's a negative elixir trade for me. I had to defend 3 elixir with only, with 4, so that's -1 for me. Now, he placed a P.E.K.K.A. in the back at 10 elixir, and as you can see, when he placed that down, I only had about 4 or 5, so that means I'm down like 6 elixir. As you can see, I'm building up. I'm waiting to get to 10 so I can put my cannon down. And this is a pretty bad situation for us, I'm not gonna lie. And I go in with a play that's smart, but it's a little bit risky. I want to go Hog Rider in the opposite lane to force him to defend because I know that I have Evolution Skeletons, and with Evolution Skeletons, only 1 elixir, I can defend his P.E.K.K.A., so that's a +6 elixir trade. So I wanted him to commit elixir to the other side so that he couldn't defend my Evolution Skeletons, which you see they take out the whole entire P.E.K.K.A. But now I have to deal with the next P.E.K.K.A., but that's easy. This is what we call a kite. We put that Ice Golem high in the other lane, so it pulls the P.E.K.K.A., and now the P.E.K.K.A. is just getting shot by the cannon. It's getting DPS down. I just give it a log just to, let my cannon survive for a little bit longer and get some extra shots off. Right here, I place my skeletons a second too late, and that unfortunately splashes onto my tower, but it's okay. The game's still pretty evenly matched. Right now I go with a Hog Rider in the opposite lane, and I log that. Honestly, that was a waste of a log, but like I said, it's fine. We're playing really well overall. I put my cannon down now to get ready for the next defense, and then I go skeletons, I believe, to pull that in close to the cannon, and so now when it kills the skeletons, it'll be out of range. I had to go Fireball on that because I didn't want it to start DPSing my cannon. That would have been bad. I needed that cannon to stay alive. And here, it's a little bit of a bad play, but I defend nevertheless. And I go with my cannon, and then I have to go Ice Golem as well. He's just pressuring and pressuring and pressuring. It's pretty hard to defend right now, but I'm doing a pretty good job of handling it. That was a really bad ability by him, but then that was bad skeletons by me, so it kind of cancels out. Right here, I go with a second cannon, and it cleans it all up pretty nicely. And so now he's just still pressuring. I put that ice golem close enough so that it doesn't dash. He uses his ability. I misplaced my ice spear right there, and then I think I lagged or something. I accidentally put a fireball down. I think I meant to place my log, maybe. I don't know what I meant to play, but it definitely was not the fireball. But it's okay because I end up defending well here anyways. The Evolution Musketeer ends up, helping out a little bit. So now he's just still pressuring, still spamming. I go with my cannon. The Evolution Skeletons, I don't know if they die right away here. No, they don't. So they get a lot of value. I don't even know if I would have been able to defend. And emoting is absolutely necessary. So my Evolution Skeletons, they do a pretty good job of distracting over there and doing a good amount of damage. And he's popping his ability. He's just, playing like an absolute menace right now. I use that Ice Spirit, even though I got dashed on, it protected my cannons. Now my cannons are, still that second one I placed. It still has a lot of health. So I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. He has a lot of elixir down on the board, but that's fine. So I go in with that tactic that we learned about earlier. You go into the hog and then immediately place the ice golem down in the same tile, so it goes right in front of it. And then the ice golem gets targeted by the tower instead of the hog rider, so it lets the hog rider survive a little bit better. Here I'm just defending. That evolution ghost is really annoying, but it's fine. It's not getting too much value. I'm really lucky that firecracker got taken out by my musketeer, because otherwise I think I would have been in a lot of trouble. And I go in, I use those skeletons to counter push, and I throw a hog rider on with it. But he has a lot of answers to my hog rider. But here you can see the evolution skeletons, they wrap around the tower. There's nothing he can do here, and that's good game. And like I said, emoting is absolutely necessary. That's why you give him the chef's kiss right there at the end, and GG's.